Hey, what's up guys? I am back at it with another deck profile. This one is Sacred Beast. This is the fourth time I'm having to film it because my phone ran out of storage. So yeah, let's try this again. But Sacred Beasts, I know I promised this like 3 to 4 weeks ago. Sorry I got behind on everything. Also, that video was filmed in portrait, and I am sorry about that. But enough of my stupidity out of the way, let's actually get into the deck profile. It's a Sacred Beast, so you gotta run Sacred Beast cards. So we run that card. It's literally only in here for Raviel, the OTK, but I run him at 2, technically 3, but I don't really count him as the third. Next off, the next best is Hamon, Lord of Striking Thunder. He's really good. He's a free negate with Cerulean Skyfire, and I want to make Armatile, because I love Armatile even though he is literally a MacGuffin of a card. And then we have the one, the only, Uriah, Lord of Searing Flames. He is terrible. I want to cut him so bad, but I want to make Armatile. It's the only reason he's in here is Armatile fodder. But after that, we have the best support that has ever come to this deck in years. Triple Chaos Summoning Beast. You can activate the effect of this card to tribute it, and then get a Sacred Beast from your deck. Well, not your deck, your hand, and put it on the field. And then, afterwards, if this card is in the graveyard, you have the option to banish this card and then get Fallen Paradise to your hand. Fallen Paradise is very good. It is a Pot of Greed in this deck. Essentially, letting you go. It gives you so much more card advantage. Ignore my bad English. And then we have Dark Beckoning Beast. It's just an amazing card. Usually, with this effect, when this card is normal summoned, you can add one of the Sacred Beasts or anything that lists its name in its text. Usually, with this card, if I haven't already opened up with it yet, I usually go straight for opening of the Spirit Gates. That way you can dig deeper into your deck, plus this gets you a search for Summoning Beast. Because usually, what you do with this card is you search out Dark Summoning Beast. And this card allows you to have an additional normal summon, i.e. that guy. Now let's get off to the 2 ofs for the deck. We have 1 Dark Summoning Beast. If he's on the field, tribute him, special summon a Sacred Beast straight from the deck, and then you can banish this card from your graveyard to add a Sacred Beast straight from your deck to your hand. Helps you get into Armatile a little bit faster. Plus, he's just flat out good. But after that, let's move away from the actual support cards, or at least monsters anyway, and go into like the rest of the engine that I use. I run 2 Darkest Diablos, Lord of the Lair. I actually glad I hung on to these because I only have 2. I wanted to get 3, but they couldn't find any structure decks of it anywhere. Glad I did, because this card shot up a lot in price. But I will sooner or later find the structure deck where it's from, and then just get my other copy. All of them first ed. These 2. Basically, the effect of this card, you usually get them from your hand or from your graveyard by saying you tribute Chaos Summoning Beast or Dark Summoning Beast out for, say, basically one of these guys. The dark one, Raviel, you can get him out. I run him at 2, most people run him at 1. I just like a 3k booty on the field, plus I didn't see him very much playing him at 1. Now the rest of it, we run 1 Jackalope, 1 Snick, the 1 Nessie, mainly because they're all at 1, if not I'd run them in multiples, but you see how well that turned out in the actual Yu-Gi-Oh format. So yeah, kinda glad they're all at one. But we're not done with the danger package. We run a Mothman, the lone copy of Common Chupacabra. I will get him in a higher rarity sooner or later. One Dogman, one Thunderbird, and then one Bigfoot. The reason why I run such a heavy danger package is that way you have a body on the field. Because say that you brick really hard. These cards can save you. I wouldn't actually encourage you to run Thunderbird and Bigfoot at higher numbers by, say, getting rid of the Dogman or the Chupacabra or the Mothman. It's your choice. Basically, keep those guys in there. I would run these guys at higher numbers, but they're kind of expensive and I only have ones of them. But that's it for the monsters. Let's get straight into the spells. Next up, the creme de la creme of spell cards in this deck. Opening of the Spirit Gates. It allows you to dig deeper into your deck and add any Sacred Beast card. Is it card? Any monster that lists it in its texts. Usually I search out this card with... I use this card's search for this card. That way I can get his effect off. And what I do is, its secondary effect is, say, you have Dark Beckoning in your graveyard already because you link into Almirage with it. You can activate the effect of this card to pitch a monster, which will usually always be Dark Summoning Beast. And then you can activate it to special summon this card from the grave, because it is a 0/0 attack and defense. Because of this, it's allowed to get its effect off because we never tribute summon for this card. It's very important. But I think that's the last for like the 3-ofs when it comes to like the actual Sacred Beast spells, but we run Dimension Fusion, which is searchable with Verte Anaconda, but I don't have one yet. Gonna get one here pretty soon. It's in here to make Armatile, or the other one in the extra deck. If don't know its name, don't care about it, never summon it. Next we have Cerulean Skyfire. This is in here because it's a free negate with Haman. It's really good. You need this card if you're playing the deck. It's just don't ever play any less of it. My first build was running one. That was a big mistake. Next, we run Double Fall in Paradise. It's a draw 2, plus it protects everything that's Sacred Beast on your side of the field. But that's it for the Sacred Beast spell cards. Now, let's actually go to the rest of the support cards. Triple Allure to help draw us deeper into the deck. That way we can see way more combo pieces. It's really good. I don't recommend running it at less than 3. But next we run the one Foolish, the one for 1. Just in case you're not able to get into Chaos Summoning Beast. But that's it for the spells. We only run 2 traps in this deck, and those 2 are Awakening of the Sacred Beasts. This card, if you have any number of Sacred Beasts on the field, say if you have 1 each time your opponent normal or special summons a monster, you gain life points equal to the attack of that monster. So say you're going up against a big beefy boy deck like Grand Maju, you can activate this effect whenever they normal summon those big beefy boys. And then you gain that much life points. So you're technically not gonna die if you have this card and you're going up against a big deck, but still, I think this thing can be counter-trapped. So just be aware of that. 2, negate the activation effects of monsters on that your opponent controls. So yeah, it's another negate, so yay. 3, any monsters sent to the graveyard are banished instead. So it is essentially, what's that one? Dimension Shifter. Yeah, it's Dimension Shifter, where it's a hand trap that you activate in the hand, and anything that's sent to the grave is banished instead. So yeah, but you can only, but once per turn, if you control one level 10 monster, add a continuous trap from your grave to your hand. So you can shoot. That's another deck for next time. Get in there. Get in there. Get in. Thank you. So you can add this card back. Say your opponent destroys it, you can add this card to your hand, and then set it, and then it goes off fairly easily. But that's it for the main deck. Let's actually get into the extra deck. It's a very small extra deck. I'm just going to run through it real quick. The one Almirage to get through everything. The German Phoenix, because I don't have an English one yet. But Link 2 into it. And pops monsters on the field. No, it's pop spells. This one pops the monsters. One Unicorn. This is it for the Lynx. Borolo Dragon. Really good. I run him in here just to fill space, but this is not a big extra deck because you don't really need the extra deck all too much. And then we run 2 Phantasm Emperor Mr. Phantasm, whoever cares. And then Armityle, the big boy. He's literally only in here just to make it, because this is a big fun deck to play. Not a big extra deck, but I don't really care. I'm not playing this deck for the extra deck. But that is going to be it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, subscribe. It's free. You can unsubscribe if you want. Let's get me up a few more subscribers, and hopefully I can keep doing this. See ya.